This video is sponsored by G2A. G2A is a place where you can get all the best gaming products for your gaming needs. Click the link in the description to get a discount off your first purchase. So today I'm going to be talking about the Invincibles. It's a new show on Qubo that I felt that I needed to talk about. See, now, most old Qubo fans really don't watch Qubo anymore, meaning that they probably wouldn't even know that this show is airing. But let me tell you, this show is really good. It has the plot twist of sticking around and the comedy of Sally Bollywood, Ned Snoot, and even Jacob Tutu if you like to get fancy. And the show revolves around these three people. So the basis of the show is have three main protagonists. There's an uncle who's just looking to make like a profit, like basically every uncle on TV. There's a naive main protagonist. I think his name starts with a P. I didn't focus on names here. And then there's a loudmouth sister, and then there's the undeniably rich and failing bad guy in this thing. It's something that has been done before, but not been done before on Qubo, mainly because they can't find shows like this, because they're too busy running shows like...
Don't you want to come and play? It's a beautiful day today. There's so much for us to see. You and me. Follow me. Mickey the dog. I love to laugh and play. Mickey the dog. I make a new friend each day. Mickey the dog. Won't you all join along and sing a song? And come on down to the Mickey.
Hello, Mickey.
Hi, Mickey. Hi, everybody.
Now the other thing that I really like about the Invincibles is the vintage look that their house provides. I think it's really stylish, and I think this look is a really good thing for them. They use the same clip art animation as Thomas Edison's Secret Lab, but it looks more vintage. It's more homier, if that makes sense, and I honestly like everything about it. So, yeah. Now, most people would think that this show would be able to bring back Qubo. But the sad reality of it is that it takes multiple shows to make a network, good or bad. So, this show could be the start, but it can't do much without a support team of other great shows like this. I guess they wanted to take a step out of the deep end and decided to take a leap of faith, and that leap was the smartest leap ever. Yes, I know what people are saying. Qubo got rid of all the good shows. Qubo's not the way it used to be. Sometimes I find myself even saying these words. Qubo isn't as good as it used to be. Qubo's getting rid of all the shows. Qubo is shutting down. But the real truth is that Qubo is trying to start a new golden age. Meaning what they're trying to do is they're trying to start a new lineup of golden age content that we have watched and grown with. So basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to bring a new era. Think of it like a game of cards. You used to be able to, pick all the right cards all the time, but soon you lost your edge and you just went with any cards that you could get your hands on. But then you played it a little bit more smartly and you decided that you should be more strategic about it, and you land yourself with a really lucky card. And then you're planning on getting more lucky cards so that you can get your groove back. That's sort of a sense of what Qubo is trying to do. And yes, maybe Qubo will never get the praise or the amount of words that they used to get. But the thing that I love about the Invincibles is the fact that it brings hope into the light of people who didn't have hope for the network itself. Because if they can play enough strategic cards, it's enough to bring back what they used to have. It's enough to bring back the flow of the channel. And I'm just saying, this show is so good, it should have been part of the Qubo Classics era. I'm talking 2006 throughout 2010. This show is the bomb. It's honestly gonna be a Qubo Classic in a couple of years. Once they pull it, which they'll undeniably will, it will be a Qubo Classic. I can imagine myself in 5 years talking about this with nostalgia. Now, another fun fact is that this show was actually made in 2011 and only had one season in that year, but it already made 52 episodes, and due to its critically acclaimed reruns, this show was really hard to get, meaning that it was pretty hard for Qubo to get their hands on this, so I can understand why it's not one of the Qubo Classics, and the other fact that it's, was made in 2011. After even more research, I actually figured out that this was made in Australia, which would explain the main protagonist's hairstyle decisions. It's kind of crappy. And of course, no offense to Australian haircuts. I mean, they're not bad. I'm not saying that they're good, but they're not bad. They're very distinctive. Yeah, very distinctive. After a little bit more research digging, I figured out the company behind this is called SLR Productions. They are responsible for a whole lineup of Australian cartoons such as Teenage Fairy Tale de Portos, not really sure what that one's about, but it looks really cool. Skinner Boys, it seems like they've had 2 seasons. And Gasp. This one I actually wouldn't want to watch, but the other ones seem pretty cool. I'm seeing a really good pattern of really good singing shows that seem like they could turn out to be Qubo Classics. Qubo, instead of just taking shows from like CBS Morning and NBC Morning and Nivelina, maybe you should get SLR Productions. I mean, you've done it twice before. And you're probably thinking, other than the Invincibles, what else have they done? Well, they've actually done it with Dex Hamilton, Alien Entomologist, which was let go after 2 years of airing due to poor fan base. But, this show, The Invincibles, is actually doing really good for itself, and fan base wise. I don't know what a guy's supposed to say at this point. Gotten my point across, I've said everything I wanted to say. So, I guess the only thing left to say is watch The Invincibles at 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Central, only on Qubo! I'd like to remind you guys that this video is sponsored by G2A. For all your gaming needs, press the link in the description. It will lead you to a discount for your first purchase. Thank you!